Squatter takes over a whole woman's home. Now, I must have received at least 30 emails from 30 different people telling me that I had to bring this on the Millionaire Morning Show. Okay, so we here. I haven't checked it out, but we going to review it. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm. Let's get to it, y'all.
I don't know the law. Yeah, there's laws. You shouldn't be trying to steal my house. Yes, you are. You don't even
How about that? A squatter standoff. A property owner confronts a group of people she says moved into her $1 million home in Queens, and our cameras were rolling as dozens of officers
I get there,
showed up.
Antonio.
Several people were taken away in handcuffs, and one of those arrested may surprise you.
Investigative reporter Dan Krauth joins us now with more on what happened. Tell us, Dan.
Well, this is a very big growing problem. I received dozens of tips from viewers about this in just the past week. I went to do what I thought was going to be a routine interview. Instead, we capture what police and property owners are dealing with on a daily basis.
I have video of you.
Who are these people? Figure out the situation. Yeah, but they're in my house, man.
Relax.
No.
To understand how this day ended,
We need the police right away.
with multiple 911 calls and arrests, we have to start at the beginning.
Adele, the hardest question is how do you say your name?
We met Adele Andaloro outside the home her parents left her in Flushing, Queens. She's in the process of selling it.
No, he locked it.
But she's been locked out. She claims squatters moved in on February 6th and refused to leave.
What's it like being here knowing you can't go inside of your own home?
It's enraging. It really is.
In New York, squatters have rights after 30 days.
Hold on. Let me back up for a minute. Before we get into the squatters issue, shout out to Boomer Sooner. I'm going to read that shortly. Is that $1 million home in New York? Y'all got to get out of these cities with these crazy prices for these homes. Is that $1 million home in New York? Jesus. Before we get into the squatter part, that is Chris James Illmatic? Really? What are you paying for? That's over $1 million? Location what? Queens ain't. I don't know. Maybe I'm not familiar with it as much as I think that it is. Yo, that is crazy. That is crazy. That is a basic $200,000 home to me. That is not $1 million home. What do I know? Talk about a bubble. No yard, no attached garage, no nothing. I'm out here building mansions. Jesus Christ. All right, let's get back to the squatting.
Can't go inside of your own home.
It's enraging. It really is.
In New York, squatters have rights after 30 days.
By the time that someone does their investigation and they do their work and their job, we'll be well over the 30 days, and this man will have stolen my home. And now she's back.
Just after wrapping up our interview, a woman showed up.
What are you doing in the house? Are you renting this house? Why are you here?
She unlocked the front door, saw our cameras, and took off.
It's open. Let's go in the house. It's open.
Adele and her daughter, with the property deed in hand, went inside.
This is my furniture. These are my curtains.
She didn't just find her belongings inside.
There's a man sleeping right there. Get out of my house.
She found 2 men.
How long have you lived here?
I moved in about 2 days ago.
They've called the police on me, and I've called the locksmiths. I didn't come in illegally. The door was open.
Police started interviewing neighbors and looking for documents.
Do you have something that shows that you've been here for more than 30 days?
They took the man who told me he had been renting for 2 days out in handcuffs.
They got one out.
And escorted the other guy off the property.
Now you're afraid to come out.
What do you mean escorted the other one? What do you mean escorted the other one? Hold on. That's trespassing. That's breaking and entering. That's burglary. That's all of that. What do you mean? Where are we living? I feel like I'm in a Twilight Zone. I honestly feel like I'm in a Twilight Zone. So you could get your luggage? You brought luggage? Jesus.
Not coming out. This house is empty. This is my home. My locksmith is on the corner waiting to change my locks. And that's not fair. It's not fair that I, as the homeowner, should be having to go through this.
How you doing?
Minutes later, a locksmith showed up. But police gave her a warning before they left.
I may end up in handcuffs today if this man shows up here and says that I have illegally evicted him. I said to them, let him take me to court the way I've been told to take him to court. But today, I'm not leaving my house.
Less than 10 minutes after police left and the locks were changed. The man who claims to be the one actually leasing the house shows up.
Call the police again.
With the other guy, police took off the property.
Do you see this?
Wait. So the police arrested and took the other guy off the property. They didn't book him, Dano? Why did they take him off in handcuffs if he just was going to show back up? I'm so confused. I am so confused. This is crazy.
This guy just literally broke down my door, broke through myself and my daughter to get in here. This guy just forced himself into my house.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
No, he did.
And so did you. You broke through the front door.
Officer.
The man called the police on her.
So why is it that I have to leave and he doesn't have to leave?
Because technically he can't be kicked out.
No, that's not a different person. He said that he came through the door with the guy that the police had already escorted off the property. Listen to what he said.
Less than 10 minutes after police left and the locks were changed. The man who claims to be the one actually leasing the house shows up.
Call the police again.
With the other guy, police took off the property.
Do you see this?
With the other guy, police took off the property. So the other guy that the police took off the property was obviously released. And then he went and got another guy. And then they came back in and they busted down in the crib. Jesus Christ. Bruh, I know what I heard. I listened carefully. I know what I heard. That is not.
This guy just literally broke down my door, broke through myself and my daughter to get in here. This guy just forced himself into my house.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
No, he did
And
not.
so did you.
Ma'am.
You broke through the front door.
Officer.
The man called the police on her.
So why is it that I have to leave and he doesn't have to leave?
Because technically he can't be kicked out. You need to go to court.
They consider this a landlord-tenant issue.
This is
And by
crazy.
law, it has to be handled through the housing court, not with police.
If you own this house, you would not want her
I
inside.
don't own the house. I don't own it.
Exactly,
Yes.
she does.
Yes, but then once again, you should know how the law works.
I do
And
know how it
there's-
works.
There's rules to the as you got to go to court and send me to civil court.
He says he signed a lease in October, but wouldn't tell us with who.
I got proof longer than that.
Show us the proof.
But who are you for me to show? I showed it to cops.
Dan with Channel 7 News. If you don't want to show it, you don't want to show
the
it.
proof. Come here, brother. I like that.
I would like to see it.
He didn't show me a lease.
This is a bill.
A bill for work he says he had done to the house. He didn't show police a lease either.
The police department doesn't have the lease?
No.
He's got no documentation.
Just bills.
So Adele, you're getting arrested right now?
Being arrested
For what?
for being in my own home.
And where's your lease?
She's fighting the house. It's not her house anymore.
My deed
That's
is
what was
current
told
and
to me.
legal.
Arrested for unlawful eviction. She changed the locks on a man who claims he lives there.
So how does this all end then? When do you leave?
The way it ends is either she pays me my money that I put into the house, pay me the money, and I'll leave, or send me to court, and we deal with the judge in court. It's that simple.
It's not that simple. It's a long process. Evictions can take close to 2 years to complete.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Hey, New York, hold this L, man. Hold this L, New York. Whoa. Whoa, they arrested her and took this chick to jail for a house that she has a deed for. Who created squatters' rights? I got to do some research now. Give me a second. I just got to know what the heck is happening. Who created squatters? Squatters, the main goal of squatters' rights is to discourage the use of vigilante justice. If landowners were allowed to use violence and the threat of violence to evict a squatter, the situation could quickly escalate and become dangerous. The Homestead Act of 1862 was signed by President Abraham Lincoln. Wow. Historically, squatting occurred in the United States during the California Gold Rush, even when colonial European settlers established land rights. There was squatting during the Great Depression in Hooversville, also during World War II. Shanty towns returned to the U.S. after the Great Recession in 2007 and 2009. And in the 2010s, there were increasing numbers of people occupying foreclosed homes using fraudulent documents. In some cases, a squatter may be able to obtain home ownership of the property through adverse possession. Wow, this is crazy. Operation Homestead, OH, occupied 300 units in Seattle in the early 1990s. In New York City, squatters occupied 32 buildings, some of which the Urban Homesteading Assistance Board then helped them to legalize. And that's where you start to find all of the problems. Shout out to New York City. Y'all know they don't play that down south. They don't play that down south. I got something for a squatter. I could fix that. Somebody said, don't abandon your property, stop being greedy, and rent it out, occupy it with control. Y'all see this? Hold on, let me show this. Let me show what people are saying. Don't abandon your property, stop being greedy, rent it out, occupy it with control. Y'all see this? These are the type of people that's voting for Biden. It's people in the chat that's literally defending this. People in the chat is defending this. Shh. I dare you. I triple dog dare you. I double dog dare you to play that in my place. In any place that I'm a part of, I triple dog dare you to play that game with me. See, listen, that junk play out with them. We ain't got to get no police involved. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. We ain't got to talk about court. We ain't got to do none of that. Listen, I dare you to go inside of my property and claim it and talk about some work that you did. Oh, we absolutely, positively. Listen, I know people that done more for less. I know people in real life that done more for less. And they have no problem fixing this. No problem fixing what it is that we got going on. Come through. I dare you. Come on, stick around. Bust through the door and see what's happening.